morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone that is here and everyone that is online. I'll call the meeting to order and welcome to the second annual general meeting of A.S. Brydens and Sons Holdings Limited. The notice of the meeting will be read by the Corporate Secretary. I'm also going to ask him to take the apologies for absence and the receipt of proxies at the same time. Thank you. Or Bernadette, sorry.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning. Notice is hereby given that the second annual general meeting of A.S. Brydens and Sons Holdings Limited will be held on July 29th, 2025, virtually at 10 a.m. Jamaican time and 11 a.m. Trinidad and Tobago time for the purpose of transacting the following business. 1. To receive the audited accounts and the reports of the directors and auditors, to consider and, if thought fit, pass the following resolution. That the directors' report, the auditors' report, and the audited accounts for the year ended December 31st, 2024 be and are hereby adopted. 2. To elect directors. Pursuant to sections 4.3.1 and 4.4 of the company's bylaws, the directors retiring from office and who, being eligible, offer themselves for re-election are Paul Scott, Richard Pandui, Nicholas Scott, Brian Winter, Michael Conyers, Melanie Subrati, and Jeffrey Gordon. To consider, and if thought fit, pass the following resolutions. Resolution 2A, that the directors retiring from office and offering themselves for election be elected en bloc. Resolution 2B, that the following persons be re-elected as directors. Paul Scott, Richard Pandui, Nicholas Scott, Brian Winter, Michael Conyers, Melanie Subrati, Jeffrey Gordon. 3. To fix the remuneration of directors. To consider, and if thought fit, pass the following resolution. That the amount shown in the audited accounts as directors' remuneration for the year ended 31st December 2024 be and is hereby approved. 4. To appoint auditors and authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. To consider, and if thought fit, pass the following resolution. 4A. That the audit firm recommended by the board be appointed as auditors for the ensuing year. Resolution 4B, that the directors be authorized to agree on the remuneration of the auditors. And 5, to transact any other business which may be properly transacted at an annual general meeting. The notice is dated 3rd of July 2025 by order of the board and signed by me, Bernadette Sammy. I will also confirm that there are no apologies for absences, and the following proxies have been received. From Mustin Jamaica Limited in favor of Paul Scott or Melanie Subrati, and from Seprod Limited in favor of Paul Scott or Richard Pandui. Thank you.
Thank you. I now move that the director's report be taken as read. Can I have a second, please? Thank you. Nicholas Hospitales. All in favor? Aye. No no's? Good. Thank you. I will invite the CEO to give an update on the company.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, esteemed shareholders, directors, team members, and partners, both who are here and online. It's a pleasure to stand before you this morning as we reflect on our performance and progress at A.S. Brydens and Sons Holdings in 2024. We have made deliberate, significant strides in expanding our regional platform. 1 year after celebrating our centennial, we continue to grow with purpose through majority acquisitions in Caribbean Producers Jamaica, CPJ, and Stansfeld Scott in Barbados. We've added over 785 new team members and over $687 million in new revenue. That's just over 100 million US. Today, our footprint spans Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, Guyana, St. Vincent, Trinidad and Tobago, and growing. This is an expansion for expansion's sake. It's strategic, intentional, and anchored in capability. Let me walk you through the numbers quickly. Revenue up 32%, operating profit up 2%, equity up 21%, whilst net profit declined 54% as we absorbed the financing costs of long-term investment. We also paid 37 million TT in dividends, an increase of 5%, with a per share payout of roughly 0.026 TT dollars. Now, the reality is that the top line tells a story of scale, while the bottom line reflects the cost of bold action. We're laying the foundation in anticipation of a significant acceleration in the short to medium term. In 2024, we didn't just expand, we invested. We invested in the systems, in assets, and people to support sustainable growth. In Trinidad, we broke ground on a US $25 million distribution hub due for completion in February 2026, under great work by our management team led by Scott Franco. In Guyana, we're building a new warehouse, essential for what is rapidly becoming one of our fastest growing markets. St. Vincent and Barbados are expanding warehouse facilities to unlock greater throughput. At CPJ, we're upgrading our manufacturing facilities to move from being a local supplier to a regional provider of food and beverage products. Across the CPJ group, we're rolling out a new ERP system, the backbone to drive operational efficiency and improve customer service. These initiatives are designed to enable scale with speed, agility, and quality. But these plans can only be actualized if our people are equipped to lead them. That's why we're doubling down on training, leadership exposure, and cross-border capability building. From warehouse teams or merchandising teams to executive leaders, we're building depth, not just capacity. Looking ahead, we remain laser focused on driving export growth, expanding our footprint in the retail space, building a robust innovation pipeline, particularly in premium categories, becoming the distribution partner of choice in the region, delivering strong returns for our stakeholders, and unlocking the potential from the investments by accelerating the integration of new businesses and crystallizing synergies. On that note, as we announced yesterday, I'm pleased to share that the TT Security Exchange Commission has approved the listing of ASBH shares on the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange. Are now waiting final approval from the TTSC, which we hope to receive before the end of August. It's been a long road, but we're almost there, folks. We're all familiar with the geopolitical and local challenges in our environment, and yes, at times it feels like we have taken a few hits, but we're not daunted. We're building resilience, a resilient, regionally integrated business designed to deliver sustainable, profitable growth over the long term. We are in this for the long haul. Let me thank our chairman, P.B. Scott, for his continued belief and drive. To our deputy chairman, Michael Conyers, and the rest of our board of directors, thank you for the steadfast guidance. To our teams across the region, whether in the warehouse, in factories, in offices, or on the road, thank you for the dedication you show every day. And to you, our shareholders, your support enables us to keep building. At AS Bryden, we're building with intent and building to last. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Can I have a motion for the Paul Williams of PricewaterhouseCoopers to read the audit opinion and to take the letter as read? Dog, second. Nicholas Hospitalis, thank you. And with that, I'll invite Mr. Paul Williams of PricewaterhouseCoopers to read the audit opinion.
Thanks, Chair. Morning, all. Independence Auditor's Report to the shareholders of A.S. Brydens & Son Holding Limited. Report on the audit of the consolidated financial statement. Our opinion. In our opinion, the consolidated financial statement present fairly in all material respect the consolidated financial position of A.S. Brydens & Sons Holding Limited, the company, and its subsidiary, together the group, as of 31st December 2024, and their consolidated financial performance and their consolidated cash flow for the year then ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standard. We have audited the group consolidated financial statement comprise the consolidated statement of financial position as of 31st December 2024, the consolidated statement of comprehensive income for the year then ended, the consolidated statement of change in equity for the year then ended, the consolidated statement of cash flow for the year then ended, and the notes to the consolidated financial statement comprising material accounting policy, information, and other explanatory notes. Thanks.
Thank you very much. With that, I will open the floor to the director's report. The auditor's report and financial statements are now open for discussion. Are there any questions from the floor? Sorry, sir, I can't. You have a question? Okay. No questions from the floor. Are there any questions from online? There are no questions online. Okay, gone. Okay, as a result of that, I will put forward a motion that I move that the director's report, the auditor's report, and the audited account showing the position of the company's affairs as at December 31st, 2024, now before the meeting, be and are hereby approved and adopted. Can I have a second, please? Yes, sir. Could you just say your name for the minute? Okay, thank you. You got that? Perfect. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any noes? Okay, motion carried. At this point, I will ask our very able Corporate Secretary and Financial Controller, Bernadette Sammy, to take over chairing the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you again, Chairman. The election of directors. Pursuant to sections 4.3.1 and 4.4 of the company's bylaws, the directors retiring from office and who, being eligible, offer themselves for re-election are Paul Scott, Richard Pandui, Nicholas Scott, Michael Conyers, Melanie Subrati, Jeffrey Gordon, and Brian Winter. Can I have a motion for the nominations to be made en bloc? And a second? Thank you. Can we have a motion that Messrs. Paul Scott, Richard Pandui, Nicholas Scott, Michael Conyers, Jeffrey Gordon, Brian Winter, and Ms. Melanie Subrati be re-elected directors of A.S. Brydens and Sons Holdings Limited? Can I have a motion? Thank you. And a second? Okay. I declare the motion carried. So I can hand back over to the chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Remuneration of directors. I move that the amount shown in the accounts for the year ended December 31st, 2024 for the directors' fees be and is hereby approved. Can I have a second, please? Thank you, Damien Dodd. All in favor? Any noes? Motion carried. Appointment and remuneration of auditors. EY has indicated their willingness to be appointed as auditors. I move that EY be appointed to the Office of Auditors for the ensuing year. Can I have a second, please? Nicholas Hospitales. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any noes? Motion carried. Is there any other business to be discussed at this meeting? Any questions? If there are no other items to be discussed at this meeting, I will bring the meeting to a close. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for coming and attending the meeting. Bye-bye. Thank you.